everybody, it's KB here today to make another YouTube video, and in today's video, guys, I am going to be vlogging and showing you guys me making a raw food diet for my cats. So, in case you don't know, I have 6 cats. All are adopted / rescued / showed up at our house, and we took them in. And basically, I have been researching a lot on like cat nutrition and all of that. I got like invested in learning more about what's best to feed cats and all of that, because all throughout my life, it was just like, oh yeah, just feed them dry food, that's fine, you know? You go to the vet and you tell them what you feed them, and the vet doesn't say anything, so you're like, oh, must be good. I have 6 cats, all varying in ages and personality and, all that. And I decided that it would be worth it to at least try a raw food diet. So to be very clear, this video is not meant to be a tutorial or something for you to really base your decision off of. I really recommend that you do your own research. I mean like a ton of research. I actually put together like a notebook with like a whole bunch of stuff in it about like raw food diets. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but it's all typed out and like with all sorts of different sources and stuff. So I really recommend you do your own research when making this decision. This video is more or less just about like my process, my journey, and hopefully will inspire other people to do more research and look into it themselves is like my main goal. Because that's been the goal for my channel since the beginning, is simply showing my journey and hopefully inspiring others to also grow. There are a lot of great sources out there. I'm actually in a Facebook group called Feline Nutrition, and I also watched Jackson Galaxy's videos on YouTube. You guys probably know who he is. He's the cat guy on Animal Planet. He has a couple really good videos. I'll link sources down below, and his are really good because it kind of gives you a baseline and idea as to why you should look into feeding your cat something else. I hope this is fun for you guys to watch. First part of my journey was figuring out a place that has chicken liver and heart, and it took me a while, but I finally found a grocery store nearby that I had gone to, but they just were out of stock of chicken liver. In this video, I am going to be using just meat and extra taurine to make up for the heart that I couldn't find. So yeah. I ordered all of my supplements online, so you guys won't get to see me looking for those. But here's a cute video of my cat before we jump into me actually making the diet. And just so you guys know, I am following a recipe off of felinenutrition.org. I will make sure to link that down below. Also, just a warning, there will be meat in this video in case that grosses anybody out. Okay guys, so let me show you my setup. So here is the meat grinder. I know, very beautiful setup. It's my dad's, so he set it up like this. We were practicing a little bit with some liver and bone to see how the grinder did, so that's why that's there. That was just like a test run for us. And then over here I have the chicken thighs with skin and bone, and then the liver, and then I have another thing of thigh. I'm going to be removing all the skin from these and washing them, and I think I'm going to remove the bone from them because I want to make sure it's not like sharp after we grind it. So I think we're going to do all the meat together and then all the bone together. And then over here is my cutting board. I'm going to wash the meat first, and then we're putting the fat and stuff that I don't want in there. And then I have a kitchen scale. I have my iodized salt. I might add this probiotic, I don't know yet though. My supplements aren't coming until later today. So basically right now I'm just focusing on getting the meat all mixed up, and then we'll focus on the supplements. And then I also have my eggs, and I have some bowls. This one's a little dirty, but these are just in case. And then I have a whole bunch of other stuff, my recipe. I'm gonna wear gloves. So yeah. So here I am just washing the chicken thighs and really making sure to just clean them really well because it is raw meat, and I just wanted to try to clean it as best as possible. So that is very exciting. And then I was not able to source chicken heart like I already said, so I will be supplementing extra taurine and extra chicken thigh meat in as the heart. You cannot do this with liver though, based off of my research. You have to have liver, so that's what I'm getting out here and measuring out and everything. One thing I will say is I was kind of shocked at how like soft the liver was. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was not expecting something this soft. Now I am removing the skin from the chicken thighs. The reason why I'm removing the skin is because most of my cats are obese or slightly pudgy, and so the skin kind of adds, I guess, extra fat or extra calories, and by removing it, my cats will be more likely to lose weight. So I just decided to remove it all off of all of it because I would say like 5 or 4 out of my 6 cats are overweight, so that is why I have done that. I will be honest, I was kind of surprised at how easy the skin peeled off of the chicken, so that was weird. And then basically you're gonna see me weigh all the meat, and that is to figure out how much bone to remove. I ended up removing 25%, and then I actually did separate the bone from all of the meat, but kept, you know, the other 75% or whatever of bone to use. I just wanted to keep it separated because I didn't want to grind it and the bones be too sharp and then have to ground it all again, so I decided to separate it all. Okay, update. I just removed bone from about 25% of the chicken. I don't have enough to like meet the recipe requirements, so my brother's gonna run to the store and give me some more. I removed skin off of all of them. So my brother's gonna run to the store, give me one more pack. I am gonna go and remove the bone from these and then add more chicken once my brother grabs it. So as I said earlier, I'm literally just removing the bone from these just so it's easier to grind everything up, and I'm just separating them for peace of mind because my dad was like, if it's too sharp, they can choke on it, which that is like an actual genuine concern to have because you don't want your cats choking or like cutting themselves on their food. So definitely a good job to my dad for calling me out like that because it got me thinking, and that's why I ended up separating the bone from all of the meat to grind it separately. Now it is time for the most exciting part, grounding the meat. This is a manual grinder. Most people say like get a electronic one or electric one. That's the correct word, Becca. But I didn't want to spend that money while my dad already had a manual one, so I decided to try it out. I know it's like super funny because it's like I have like it on a wooden board with weights and all this, and I literally was moving the microwave around while doing this. I thought I was gonna make the microwave fall because I kept having jams in it and it was kind of a disaster. As you can see, I was like working really hard to get this meat to go, and it ended up taking me, I think, like 4 whole hours to just grind it. It took me forever to grind up this meat. So definitely in the future, if this diet does work out, I will be investing in a electric one just for peace of mind and not have to go through this again. Okay, so we grounded up all the bone, and I ended up putting some thigh meat in there because my brother came home with this and I didn't want to separate it again completely. So we are going to put the smaller one on because we noticed that some of the bone is kind of sharp, and I just don't want the cats to like die from it. Basically, it's going to be a pretty big transition of diet for them, so I'm just trying to make like the bones as easy to eat as possible. So yeah, and then once we do that, we'll combine it all, and then I'll refrigerate it until the supplements arrive. Grinding the bones again was the biggest pain in the butt in the world. It was a miserable process. This is the part that took so long. I think because the bones were already so finely mushed that like doing it again, just the manual grinder could not handle doing it again because it was so mushy. It took me forever, and by the time I was done, I thought I was gonna die because my arms hurt so bad. But this, like, before doing the meat and the bones the first time was fine. It was like a fun little process. But this is what took me forever. I think, again, because the meat was already so soft. The grinder just didn't know what to do because it's designed to, like, do, like, you know, thicker consistency objects. It was miserable. It was horrible. I wanted to die. Okay guys, so I just spent 30 minutes grounding up the meat. again, the bone meat. And now I'm gonna mix together all the meat and then stick it in the fridge. And yeah, but first I'm gonna clean up my area because it is very messy and I'm very hot right now and I have meat all over me. That took a while. Definitely, if we keep doing this, I'm gonna have to look into a manual one. My one cat, Amelia, is hanging out with me. I think she's very curious about what I'm doing. So basically, to clean up, I just took all of my dishes and rinsed them out in the sink and then wiped off all of my surfaces and just got basically anything that had meat in it out of my area so I could focus on cleaning up everything else. Okay guys, so now I'm just gonna mix together the bone with the meat and the liver. So there's all the meat all mixed up. Now I'm gonna pop it in the fridge and finish cleaning up my area and all of that. So yeah. So cleaned up the kitchen a little bit. I think I'm gonna wipe down the counters again in a minute. I'm just gonna take this out first and put that in the sink. I'm letting everything kind of soak in water first. Here are the eggs. My aunt and uncle have chickens, so they always give us eggs, so I'm gonna be using theirs. I'm still waiting for my supplements to arrive. Hopefully they arrive soon. I also want to say I have this chicken food. Weruva seems to be like one of the better wet food brands, and I was considering switching my cat Pumpkin to it whenever he was diagnosed with kidney disease, but I never got that far because of how quickly he passed. But I did buy some for the regular cats, just to like give them, just to like, you know, lure them in. And so we will probably be mixing their raw food with some of this just to lure them in a little bit more in case they refuse it. And then I did get my iodized salt, so that's already here. And then I have a probiotic. Basically everywhere online said use a human grade probiotic, so I have this one. I just need to figure out how much to add, because I do want to have my cat on a probiotic, maybe a prebiotic eventually, but for now we're just going to start with that. And then I have all of these in a container in this one. So yeah, let me just go put this in the backyard. We're gonna put this in the backyard for like animals, basically. My dad said just throw it in the backyard. We have a lot of feral cats in our community, so feeding them is always nice, and they already eat raw, so might as well offer it to them, especially if they're already skinny. And then birds and stuff, I'm sure will eat it, so better than just throwing it in the trash. And then I still have to clean the meat grinder. My dog is very interested in the meat. I still have to clean this. I'm gonna have my dad help me though, because I don't want to mess it up and break it. So yeah. Okay guys, my supplements arrived. I bought these off of Amazon, at least some of them. So let me just go through them real quick. We have vitamin B complex. So here's this one. Then we have vitamin E. This one. Isn't that nice? Then we have powdered taurine, which I'm gonna add extra because of the lack of chicken heart. And then we have fish oil. I'm worried I didn't get like the best kind, but I think it'll be fine because the amount of food I made is only good for like 5 days. So, iodized salt. And then this stuff, hopefully you guys can see it on the camera. Adjust you guys just a little bit. So this stuff here is all like extra stuff I'm gonna be adding. Fiber I'm adding in replacement for the husk powder that you might see online. It's basically the same thing. This is just so they hopefully have less of trouble with going to the bathroom from switching to raw. Don't worry, I'm going to be doing a slow transition, but this is just to ensure that it's a very gentle transition. And then I got Lysine. Helps cats with like herpes virus have less congestion, and my one cat Skeekers has that really bad because she was an outdoor cat her whole life. So she's going to be getting, I'm putting in the whole thing. I don't think it'll hurt any of them. At least that's what I was told by a veterinarian. And then I also have a probiotic. I want to add this. This is a human grade probiotic. Veterinarians do sell probiotics, but online I saw that it was recommended online to do human grade one because human grade are better quality. So I also have the 4 eggs, and I'm also going to be using water. And my sink has a filter on the tap, so I'll just be using it from the sink because it already has a filter on it. So there's that. Let's get started. Here I am just crushing up the Lysine and the probiotic because they are in pill form, and yeah, just to make things easier. Now I'm just adding all my dry ingredients. First I'm putting in 4 teaspoons of the fiber. The reason why I'm doing this is because carbohydrates in a cat's diet can make their intestines have less elasticity, and so the fiber kind of helps with that. I then added the iodized salt real quick. This can be hard to find, so if you can't find that, the recipe has what to do, like if you don't have iodized salt, because you basically just use regular salt, but you half it, like half the amount you use. Next, I'm adding in the vitamin B complex. I was shocked by how yellow it was. I was not expecting that. And then I was also shocked by how much it smelled. I could not imagine taking this as a vitamin, and the taste of it I couldn't even imagine because it smells. It's very odd. Then I had to weigh out the amount of taurine to use. I ended up using, I think, 6,000 milligrams because the recipe called for 2,000, but if you don't have heart, you add in an extra 4,000. So that's what I did. Then once I added the taurine, I just mixed it all together as best as I could, and it became a lovely little yellow color from the vitamin B complex. Now basically here I am going to be combining the dry ingredients after I do the wet ingredients. I guess, is that what you call them, the liquid ingredients? First I had to separate the yolk from the white, and this was a pain in the butt for me. I don't know why. I've done it before, but I struggled thoroughly and wasted a lot of egg yolks. So that was fantastic, and I was getting really stressed out because I couldn't do it. But yeah, not fun. I am not good at that. And as you can see, I tried to pick the yolk out, and it worked kinda. But I definitely got some white in the recipe, but not enough to I think be detrimental or really hurt the recipe. It definitely got some in it though, which is just fantastic because I'm clearly a skilled chef. Now basically I am just piercing the fish oil capsules to get them out, and I actually shot oil like everywhere at one point. It literally just like flung across my kitchen, just oil. And I was like, oh, that's wonderful. That's absolutely fantastic. Because like I would pierce it and it would just squirt everywhere. So yeah, absolutely amazing. I know that people online do sometimes grind up the fish oil capsules in with the meat, which I probably should have done, but did not do that. So I definitely could have like done all the supplements at other stages, but because I was waiting for them to arrive in the mail, I didn't do that. I just decided to do all the supplements at the end together. Now for another disgusting part, mixing it all together again with my hands. It was just not fun. None of this is really fun. I mean, it's exciting, but it's all kind of gross, and especially like the yellowness of the liquid with the meat, did not enjoy. But I decided just to do it with my hands because I could really squish it around and mix it up. And yeah, that's basically what I did. And then to make like easy serving sizes, I ended up putting it in ice cube trays, which I'll show you how I did that in a moment. But yeah, basically I'm gonna be putting them in ice cube trays. Yippee! So now here I am just putting the meat in the tray, and I ended up actually having extra at the end because I didn't have enough trays. I definitely will be buying more if I continue using the ice tray method, based off of how the cats like eat and all of that. So yeah, but it was kind of exciting putting it in there and being close to being done. This first batch took me a total of like 3 to 4 hours. It took me forever, and I was in so much pain after because I have like really bad shoulders and elbows and knees, and I am still recovering from my day of standing around doing this. And keep in mind, I am on my feet all day at work, but this grinding and like truly cutting up meat and stuff kicked my butt. It kicked my butt, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so now with the food that I did not put in ice trays because I didn't have enough, I'm just gonna portion some out to let the cats have like a first taste, you know, see their first reactions to it. This was really an exciting moment for me because my cats can be hogs, and I was really excited to see if they were gonna be interested in the food. So yeah, I'm just portioning that out now. And then I just put it in the microwave real quick to bring it up to like body temperature as if it were like a fresh killed prey. I definitely did cook it a little bit, I'm gonna be honest. The first time doing this, put it in the microwave for way too long. So yeah, be careful. here was the cat's first reaction to it. Amelia immediately ate it, and I was like really proud of her for that. And then baby cat, she's special, so I have to play with her a little bit to get her wound up. And then Yes Gear, my cute little orange baby, was also interested in it. So yeah, now in part 2, I will be going over how I transition my cats fully. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the vlog of me making my cats a raw diet for the first time. Again, please make sure you go check out the description to see my sources and my links and what groups I'm in and all that. That way you can learn as well how to improve your cat's diet. Again, keep in mind this is me filming my journey, so who knows, maybe I won't continue feeding a raw diet based off of how my cats react to it and based off of their adjustment and blood work and their future on it. So keep that in mind. My opinion on this diet can always change. Make sure to do your own research. But yeah, I'm really excited to be beginning this journey, and I hope this is exciting content for you guys. Anyways, guys, also in the link down below is my Instagram. Make sure you go check that out. That way you guys can see a little bit more from me and my day-to-day life and all that, and some cute pictures of the pets. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If you did not, then goodbye.